today I want to talk about the anniversary dance in the hopes that weddings are coming back and we'll actually get to do them again pretty soon. Really today is about a subject I've talked about a lot, which is doing the same thing, but getting very different results. I'm going to show you two videos today, which means we'll go over our minute, shocking, but the first video will be a very typical anniversary dance. And I want you to watch and really pay attention and learn from how this anniversary dance is done. It's very normal. The DJ is starting with all the married couples on the dance floor. From there, he eliminates through process of elimination, the lower number of marriages of years, and then goes on from there, right? So he ends up with a completely empty dance floor except for the final couple. And when that happens, I want you to watch sort of the timing of all of this. You can tell where it's edited, but even when it's not, clearly he has no idea of who's out there. He's guessing along with everybody else. And then when the final couple is left, he has no idea who they are, how long they've been married. There's no acknowledgement of it at all. And it ends other than, congratulations. And now he has a completely empty dance floor to refill. So we're going to start with that video. Then I'm going to show you another video of me doing an anniversary dance. Same thing, but a completely different result. So let me start by sharing my screen with you. We'll take a look at the first video. Watch and really kind of think about how you do it and how similar or dissimilar it is to what you are about to see. So, with that said, here comes, and we'll start with the first video.
For less than one day, it is time to leave the dance floor. For less than 5 years, please leave the dance floor. If you've been married for less than 10 years, please leave the dance floor. 15 years. If you've been married for less than 15 years, please leave the dance floor. 20 years. If you've been married for less than 20 years, please leave the dance floor. If you've been married for less than 25 years, please leave the dance floor. 30 years. If you've been married for less than 30 years, please leave the dance floor. 35 years. If you've been married for less than 35 years. Congratulations. The dance floor is now open.
And so who are these people to the bride and groom? I mean, it's obviously somebody that they, really liked there, but And what's interesting is he goes from 30 to 35 years and everybody leaves the dance floor except for one couple. And I could be wrong here, but I don't think he had any clue. Had that one couple been married less than 35 years, he would have had everybody walk off the dance floor at the same time. And then he's got to scramble to try to figure out who it was, right? Because he doesn't know who they are or how long they've been married. So when we would do an anniversary dance, always in advance, I would find out who's going to be married the longest, who they are to the bride and groom, and then we can plan for that. And part of that is then how do we end it? Because there's a number of different endings. In this case, it ended with congratulations. But as you're going to see in the next video, it ends with the bride and groom presenting the couple with their bouquet, and me having the the couple, the anniversary couple, give some words of wisdom to the bride and groom off the microphone. But sometimes we do that on the microphone. Sometimes we interview them a little bit. It depends on who it's going to be and whether the bride and groom want that. So there's a lot of options, but you've got to know who these people are in advance. The end result of that is a very low energy, very impersonal sort of approach that ends up with a completely empty dance floor that the DJ now has to try to refill his dance floor from scratch. Getting that locomotive going when it's sitting still is really tough. What you'll see in the next video is the same exact scenario, except that instead of me having people leave the dance floor, I have them create a circle as we go. You'll see how that works, and then you'll see how it ends. And watch the difference at the ending. Instead of it just sort of fading out, it creates more and more and more energy because I know how long the people are who are going to be on the dance floor at the end, and I can do this count up, which creates a lot of energy. So let's go back to sharing the screen. I'm on a computer with only one monitor today, so that means that I am a little slower with this, so bear with me. Here we go. And I skipped right past it. So we'll try that again. And we'll have to start this. You know, y'all know Randy's not the techie guy, right? So slideshow, and we'll start from this one. I'm going to ask for any married couples who are here who have been married for less than 24 hours to step to the edge of the dance floor right over here. So only those who celebrated their silver wedding anniversary remain in the center. Less than 45 years step to the outside. 46. 47, 48, 50, 51, 52, 53. Matt and Ruth have been married for. Let's see if he knows the answer to this. Any idea at all how long you've been married? 58 years! Congratulations! For you, David and Veronica would like to have the rest of this dance with the two of you and present you with their bouquet in honor of their marriage. For everybody on the outside, would you just take hands with the person next to you to pass along the wisdom through the years? Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, Pat and Ruth Tango, 58 years. And so you notice that I never tell people to clap, but they clap over and over and over. And in fact, because of the way it's presented, they clap at 45, 46, 47, 48. I'm bumping that up just a little bit each time and creating an applause line without doing anything other than saying numbers, right? People are clapping for numbers. So you can create this energy, and then because we know who it's going to be, and we can come out there and have a finish to this. And now I've got everybody on the dance floor. So when we finish up this song, everybody dances with the person they're already standing there with, and now I've got a full dance floor to begin. So it's a perfect example of a little more planning in advance. You can't just put on your planner, do you want an anniversary dance? They say yes, you go, okay, great. And maybe what song? So it requires, well, who's going to be the longest married couple? I've talked some couples out of an anniversary dance because it turns out that the longest married couple is like, their parents at 13 years. Everybody in their family's divorced or widowed. So you're like, well, this isn't going to be a good time to do this. I understand you like the idea, but doesn't really fit who you are. So you have to know these things in advance. And sometimes it can really even be as simple as, okay, do we have, we're going to do an anniversary dance, but it turns out that grandma would have been the longest married if her husband was still alive, but he died 3 months ago. And so maybe that's a really cool thing that we can do something with, right? We've done that. I've shown that video before where we do a memorial welcoming and make it positive. Maybe it's too sensitive, and we could be acknowledging this couple, and meanwhile, grandma's over here devastated. So you have to know those things in advance. It requires more planning. So this isn't something you blow through on your planner and go, anniversary dance, check. It's like, okay, who's it going to be? Anybody else that we should be acknowledging? And sometimes there's a couple. One of the things that happens a lot actually is that the couple who's been married the longest isn't even on the dance floor, even though they're there, because they can't dance. Right. And what's funny is invariably there's like a person like going crazy trying to tell me about it. It's like, I got it. So we go through all of this and acknowledge the people on the dance floor, but then say, and congratulations on your 58 years. However, what you may not know is sitting right over here, married 67 years is, and then who they are, right? So you can do that kind of acknowledgement, or sometimes they don't come out to the dance floor until the very end, right? They want that acknowledgement, but they can't dance for the whole song, so they only come out at the very end. Knowing all of those things is critical. Now you end up with a phenomenal moment instead of, okay, the dance floor is now open. And, 2 minutes worth of, if you've been married less than 5 years, please leave the dance floor. Please leave the dance floor. Please leave the dance floor. I'm like, oh my God, why is a DJ telling people to leave the dance floor? Anyway, think we are over our minute. So I'm done for today, and hope that one helps you. Mark this one when you get back to doing weddings, and we'll see you next time.